I want you to think about something. Think about the last time you took a full day off, a true full day off, not a Sunday where you checked your phone before breakfast all day and while you are with your kids, not a vacation where you're still on your phone at the pool trying to fix a problem while you're 1,000 of miles away. A real day off where nothing broke, where no issue happening, a complete peace of mind. Not sorry to bother you, boss. I just want to ask you about this. Where nobody really called, where the business just ran without you. Can you remember that day? Most business owners, when I talk to them, they cannot. And the bad part, when I ask them why, they all say the same exact thing. They say, because if I stepped away, everything falls apart. And here's what I want you to understand right now. That's a feeling. That's I cannot leave feeling. That's not a proof that you are important and the business cannot run without you. That's a warning sign. By the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly what it means, where it came from, and how you can fix it. But first, I need to tell you a story. A few years ago, I got a call from a business owner. I'm going to call him Marcus for now. Marcus ran a construction company, about 30 employees, almost $2 million worth of revenue. From the outside, Marcus looked successful. Nice truck, big contract, team of people showing every morning. But when I got on the phone with him, the first thing he said to me was, I have not slept more than 4 to 5 hours for 4 months straight. I asked him why. He said, because I do not know what's happening in my own business unless I'm there and watching on the inside. He told me that every morning he would come in early before everyone else just to check in on everything. Make sure nothing had gone sideways overnight. He said he had good people. He liked his team, but something always needed him. A problem that he has to solve, a decision only he could make, a question only he could answer. And the crazy part, his business was growing. More revenue, more clients, more jobs, but the bigger it got, the worse it felt. I'm going to come back to Marcus in a minute because what I found when I looked at his business, I want you to hear it. But first, I need to ask you something. How many of you are watching this right now and saying, I feel just like Marcus? And you know what? I felt like Marcus too. Maybe you're not in a construction company. Maybe your revenue isn't about $2 million, but that feeling, the heavy, tired, I cannot sleep, I cannot step away feeling, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Your phone is always on. Your team is always one step away from needing you. And no matter how hard you work and no matter how many people you hire, it gets heavier, not lighter. It just gets louder with more noise and more responsibilities. Here's what I have learned after working with dozens of business owners just like you. The problem is never the people. It's never the industry. And it's never the economy. It's always the same thing. And I'm going to tell you right now what thing I'm talking about. Your business does not know how to make a decision without you. That's it. That's the whole problem. Every question that comes to you, every approval, every, hey, I'm just checking on this, every problem that lands on your desk, that's literally your business telling you it does not know what to do without you in the room. And here's the part that really hurt. You build it that way. Not on purpose, but you did. Every time someone came to you with a question, you answered it. They learned one thing, come back to the boss next time. Every time you jumped to fix something, you told them one thing only, that you can help them to fix it. And without you, they cannot fix it. Every time you made a call that they should have made, you took the decision off their plate and you put it on yours over and over again. Until one day you woke up and realized you are not running the business. The business is running you. I call this decision debt. Think about regular debt for a second. When you borrow money, you don't feel the real cost right away, right? You feel it later in the interest rate, in the payment that you are making, in the way of quietly eating your money over time. Decision debt work the same exact way. Every question you answered that you shouldn't have, that was borrowed time. every decision you made that your team should have made, that was borrowed energy. And now, guess what? Now it's time to pay. And it's paying it in the worst possible way. It's paying it in your sleep and paying it on your weekends. The debt is reducing your ability to think clearly. It's reducing the ability to actually grow your business. Now, here's where I need you to really pay attention, because this is the part most owners never see. Decision debt does not just cost you time, it costs you money, real money. And the sneaky part, you cannot see it on your bank statement, and it does not show up as a line item on your financial statement either. It hides, and it hides in the process your team forgot to follow because they were waiting on your approval on the price. It hides in the vendor contract you have been paying too much on for 3 to 4 years because negotiation, it requires your attention and you never had a free time or free hour to deal with it. It hides in the employees who's working at half speed because they don't know what they supposed to prioritize and they are afraid to ask you again. It hides in the pricing that you set 2 years ago that nobody updated because changing the price feel like a big decision, and a big decision goes to you only. Every little things that I just named are small, right? But together they are eating between 15 to 30% of your profit every single year. If your business does about $1.5 million a year, that's up to $300,000 a year gone. Not stolen, I'm saying gone, not lost in a bad investment while you're too busy answering questions to notice. Just bleeding quietly through the crack of your business foundation while you're too busy answering questions to notice that bleed. And here's the hardest part, you cannot see it from where you're standing. You're inside the jar. Let me tell you this analogy. You cannot read the label on the jar while you're inside it. Now, remember Marcus, the construction guy who hadn't slept in 4 months? When I looked at his business, I meant really looked deep inside. Here's what I found. I found that Marcus was personally involved in 80% of the decisions in his company, not because he wanted to be, because nobody had ever been given clear picture of what they were allowed to decide on their own. There was no rule book, no scorecard, no clear lane for anyone. Just Marcus, and that's why there was leak everywhere. We found a vendor that he was overpaying for 2 years. Nobody flagged it because flagging it meant conversation with Marcus, the owner, and Marcus was always busy. We found 2 employees whose hours weren't being tracked properly, just sloppy, nobody caught it, and that's a waste of payroll. And we found 3 clients who had gone quiet, properly shopping competitors because the follow-up process was broken down and nobody owned it. In one afternoon of looking at real numbers, we found over $140,000 in annual bleed. Not a guess, real math. And Marcus looked at me and said, "How did I not see this?" I told him the truth. You did not see it because you were too busy surviving inside the machine. To look at the machine from outside, you did not see anything from the inside. That's not a personal failure. That's just what happens when there's no system in place. Then I told him what to do about it, and that's exactly what I want to share with you now. The founder who gets out of this trap, the one who actually built businesses that run without them, they all do the same 3 things. And I'm going to tell you what they are in order. Phase 1 is figure out where is the real problem. Not the problems that you think you have, the actual one with numbers. Where exactly are you sitting in the way of your own business? Which decisions are only happening because you are the one making them? Where is the money quietly leaving? You have to see that clearly before you can fix anything. Most business owners skip this. They jump straight to the solution. They buy a new tool, hire a new person, read a new book. But if you don't know exactly where the holes are, you're just adding water to a leaking bucket that's gonna leak more and more. Now, phase 2, Build a wall between you and the daily chaos. One simple scorecard, one page, numbers that tells your team how things are going without anyone having to ask you. Clear lanes, who decides what without your sign off. A meeting rhythm that actually protects your time instead of eating it. When this is in place, I'm not exaggerating. When I say 70 to 80% of the questions that currently reaching you is going to stop. Not because your team suddenly gets smarter, because the system catching them first. Now, phase 3, get the business out of your head and into a format that can run without you. The way you think, the way you make calls, the way you know when something is off, all of these needs to live somewhere your team can access. It starts running on your system, not on your presence. And that is the difference between a business and a job. A job needs you there. A business runs whether you're there or not. Real business owners are the one who actually have freedom. They do not have a fully loaded calendar. They have an empty one because they built something that does not need them every single time. Now, why am I the right person to help you with this? That's a fair question, and I'm going to answer this with all honesty. I did not learn this from a book. I learned it by being Marcus myself. I ran businesses in automotive, real estate, and finance. At one point, I had 5 companies going at the same time. Revenue was going up, team was growing, and I was absolutely drowning. My phone never went silent. My brain never went quiet. I took a vacation, but I never actually left the business. I told myself I was building something. What I was really actually doing was making myself impossible to replace. And here's the thing, nobody tells you about being impossible to replace. It feels like power, it feels like you matter, it feels like proof that you built something real, but it's a trap because the day you want to step back, you cannot. The day you want to sell, you cannot because the business have no value without you in it. The day something happens to you, the whole thing collapses. That's not a real asset. That's a liability with the logo on it. The day I finally understood that, I stopped trying to be better at being busy and I started building the thing underneath the business, the operating system, the structure, the thing that makes it run without you being there. I have now taken the process and installed it inside dozens of other businesses, different industry, different sizes, different problems on the same surface, same root cause every single time, and the same fix every time. So here's what I want to offer you today. It's called the Owner Control Audit. And I want you to be really clear about what this is about. This is not a sales call. I'm not going to spend an hour telling you how great my program is and then ask you to pull out a credit card. This is a diagnostic. A true diagnostic, you have to think about it like you're going to a doctor. A good doctor does not sell you a medicine before they examine you first. They look at what's actually happening first. That's what this session is. Here's what we are going to do together. First, we find your biggest bottleneck. Not 5 of them, not long to-do list. The one thing right now that creating the most drag in your business. If you could fix one thing this quarter, that's what I'm talking about. We are going to find it together. Second, we find at least 3 places where the money is leaving quietly from your business with real number attached, not an estimate, not if I could do around, maybe real math, real dollars, real leak with names on them. Third, we build a 90-day plan. What to fix first, what to ignore, what order to do things in so you actually see the result instead of just staying busy. And here's my promise to you. Whether we ever work together after this call or not, you are going to leave this session with the clear picture of what is actually happening inside of your business. More clarity than what you have right now, guaranteed. Now I know what you are thinking. You are thinking, I have tried stuff like this before and it didn't work. Or, I don't have time to add something else to my plate. Or maybe you're saying, this sounds good, but my situation is different. I hear that, and I want to speak to you directly. The reason things have not worked before, it's almost always the same. You were fixing the symptoms instead of the structure. New software, new hires, new processes stuck on top of a broken foundation. That's like painting over a crack in the wall. The crack will always be there. It will look better for a small period of time, but the crack is there and it's going to show later. What I do is different because we start by finding the actual structural problem, not the symptom, the root cause of what's happening. And once you see the root, fixing it is not complicated. And the clarity you get from this one session will save you more time in the next 90 days than anything else you could do. That's not a sales line. That's just what happens when you stop guessing and start seeing. I want to be straight with you about something. I do not take every audit request, not because I'm trying to manufacture urgency, because these sessions require my real attention. I'm actually looking at your business with you. I'm not running through a script. I'm doing real work. And I can only do that well for a limited number of people at this time. So if you are watching this and you feel that pull, that this is me feeling, don't wait. The business owners who wait are the ones who came back to me 6 months later and say, I wish I had done this sooner. And I always think the same way. 6 months ago, you had a better chance. The leak was smaller and the fix was easier. Let me tell you what's happening exactly. You started the business because you wanted to do something. Freedom, money, control over your own life. You want to build something real, and you have. But somewhere along the way, the business starts owning you instead of the other way around. This is not how it's supposed to feel, and it does not have to stay this way. There is a version of your business where your team knows exactly what to do without calling you, where the numbers are visible and the leaks are found without you being involved, where you can take a real day off and nothing falls apart, where the business actually grows and you feel lighter because of it, not heavier. That's the real version, and it does exist, and I have seen it and I have built it. Click on the button below and book your control audit. Let's stop your business from bleeding. I'll see you on the call.